So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. We are back with another installment of the Success Speaker Series. So if you've never heard of us, or if this is your first time with us, and you're watching first time, my name is Sophia Jacob, and I am the founder of the Canadian Women of Color Leadership Network. We are a grassroots organization that was established in 2018 on the unceded and unsurrendered territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people, known as Ottawa. Our network does provide racialized women and non-binary people with career and educational services that empower them to be educated for leadership positions in their chosen careers. Through an intersectional feminist lens and framework, we aim to empower racialized women and non-binary professionals with the necessary skills and tools and connections in order to overcome systemic barriers and be reflected in upper level positions and management positions in the workplace. We do provide a space for community amongst BIPOC women in any and all stages of their careers, whether they are just starting out or they're on their in the entrepreneurial field. Today, we are broadcasting this event from Ottawa, which is located on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. And we do extend our respect to all First Nation, Inuit, and Métis people for their valuable past and present contributions to this land. The Success Speaker Series is a new addition to what we are doing in the network. So we decided to create a platform where we could have an opportunity to highlight women of color across the country. These women have built successful businesses. They have been recognized by the community. These women are creating a space for young women of color to become great leaders like themselves. Their stories are unique and filled with challenges, but also fantastic rewards. They have worked hard to be where they are now. The Success Speaker Series is also an opportunity for us to learn a bit more about them and truly learn what it is like to become an entrepreneur. So I am excited to welcome our second guest, actually. She is a savvy digital influencer and has had her hand on the pulse of current trends in social media. Please welcome Mimi Du. So Mimi is the founder of Newcomers in Ottawa Facebook group. The group has over 5,000 members from over 175 countries around the world. The group is growing at an exponential rate. Mimi has been featured on CBC TV News, CCI website, Bell Media, and Rogers TV's Let's Build Community Together. Mimi is a Vietnamese entrepreneur and has been living abroad since 2014. One of the top 11 real estate agents on social media by Property Spark back in 2021. Mimi has spoken at a number of She has spoken at a number of entrepreneur workshops and events for women and youth newcomers who are looking to create a business in Ottawa. Mimi has received awards, including the Newcomer Immigrant Entrepreneur Award in 2019. This month, Mimi was recognized as one of the top 10 women changemakers from CBC Ottawa's In Her Words Changemakers campaign. Mimi is also passionate about branding and digital marketing and has been doing it now for over a decade. She loves to help and support others in creating their own unique branding footprint. As a content creator, you can see Mimi on all of the latest platforms on social media, including TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, where she has an almost 20,000 person subscriber and following. So again, welcome Mimi Du.
Sophia, thank you so much for, oh my God, so much introduction. But, to be honest, if you know Mimi, you know Sophia, we met in 2019, I believe so. And you is the person that give the 1 year birthday cake for my community. I'm not sure you remember that, but I never ever forget that. Like, yeah, it's a moment that, I share with you that like, Sophia, you know, this is my group, and let do something together. So
Yes,
yeah, you there for me.
absolutely.
That's amazing.
Thank you,
Nothing more
Mimi. I
I
appreciate
can
that.
say. Yeah, let's you know, let's do something.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get into the conversation. So
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about yourself. So give us a little bit of a background on Mimi Do.
Okay, I think you tell a lot already, but you know, to be honest, to just a little bit who I am. I am from Vietnam, actually born and raised in Vietnam, and I moved here in May 2017, which is this May will be 4 years. So in the last 4 years, I kind of like, especially like the first 2 years, it's really tough for newcomer, right? Because I'm new to the country. I knew to everything, the culture, everything. It's a big shock for me. But however, I find that like it's a challenge, and I want to overcome all that challenge, right?
Mhm.
So that's why I make who I am right now, and cannot wait to share with you, and to all people that actually attend here, and I hope we all connect together.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how did you get started in business or becoming an entrepreneur, Mimi?
Wow, very good question. Okay, so I think when I a little girl, you know, my mom is actually a young mom. She had me when she 19, and at the same time, she also a businesswoman. So when I about 5 years old, I already with her at her office every day. I saw what she doing, you know, and I realized that like I become an entrepreneur when I'm 5 years old,
Hmm.
and a lot of journey after that, and then I pay all my university fee by my job, which is I already start doing my own business when my first year in university at event management.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think like I like the opportunity that to talking to people, to present them the solution I have for their problem. And of course, you know, that's all about, right? It's how it start, and it's been a very good journey for me to just keep support people, and yeah,
Absolutely.
support the community.
I think entrepreneurs, as entrepreneurs, we all get that. And the entrepreneurs normally it buds out of the foundation. We spoke about that yesterday too.
Mhm.
It comes out of, you know, the home, who you are, your family members. They give you the inspiration to become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, even my parents as well, you know, they had that entrepreneur space in, you know, it spoke to them. It spoke to them being an
Mhm.
entrepreneur, although they didn't always stay in the entrepreneur space. I think the motivation that they gave you, how you were raised, all of it kind of comes into play with
Mhm.
being an entrepreneur. So, and those challenges of and rewards of becoming an entrepreneur, I think that's where you get it from. So that's
Mhm.
awesome, Mimi. Um, you did start the Newcomers in Ottawa group, and what prompted you to start the group?
Well, I think I already told you this, Sophia, but I just want to mention again, like the reason why in 2000 actually is come from the reason that like I cannot find friends, you know, because I am brand new to the city. So
Hmm.
where I can build my own network,
Hmm.
it's not easy, even though we have a lot of organization that support newcomer, but they cannot support this side of lack of friendship, lack of networking. They didn't support that.
That's
So
right.
that's the reason why I think that like the easy way is Facebook, right? Everyone using Facebook, and I think in 2018, Facebook group is kind of like it's the way for all of us to get together. So yeah, and I still remember the day that I touched the button and create the Facebook group. Facebook group say, Mimi, you got reject
Oh,
because you cannot create a Facebook group only you. You cannot do that.
right.
Right, the Facebook group is needs to be a community.
That's
So
right.
that's why like I just add a few more friends that I know at Algonquin College. So I add in about 6 to 5 more people, and then we'll be about like 7 people in the group. And then 1 month after that day, the group going to like 100 people. For me, from 5 people go to 100 people is a lot for me.
And it happened in 1 week.
Yes.
1 week? Yeah, it happened in 1 week. That just tells you the power of social media, and that also tells you the power of community and people wanting to get to know each other and a sense of belonging somewhere. You were looking for a friendship, and I think others were reaching out for different various reasons, but you were looking for friendship, and then you built a community, not even knowing that it was going to become this big.
Exactly. I think again, right? That's why like I keep telling, you know, all special like women, special like newcomer women like me, like if you want to do something and you see around you nobody doing that before, that is the opportunity. That is the opportunity, and you have to be the person doing it.
That's right. And that's how businesses sometimes bud into a new business, something that's brand new. I'm sure nobody thought of like how Uber came along and that was it. You know, it was Uber and they just shot off. It was amazing. So when you have something, an ingredient to add, be the person to add it, be the person to be innovative and add that piece. So that was great of you, Mimi. I think you brought a lot of people a space to go to, you know, for friendships and whatnot. So it's I really have to commend you. You know, that was amazing. And now you're what, at 5,000 plus, almost 6,000 people?
I know. Oh my God, Sophia, like it's how long? It's 2 years.
Yeah, it's only been 2 years and almost 6,000 people. You did something great there, Mimi. Congratulations for that. So like I was saying, in just 2 years, almost 6,000 members. The group has over 150 represented countries in the world. It's beautiful to see folks coming together in this space. What are some of the things that you learned running the group?
I think it's about like I think have to come back the belonging, because like, you know, a lot of people talking about diversity, a lot of people talking about inclusive. Okay, so diversity, inclusive, and then what? You have to create the belonging that everyone can sit at the table. Everyone can able to share their opinion, right? So that's why like I find that my group is like everyone equal. Every single one. It doesn't matter if you need our help, just write down information. Boom, 100 people will comment for you.
Yes.
If you want to looking for anything, right? So that's opportunity when I know that like I can able to support newcomer, especially when COVID happened, Sophia, like, you know, a lot of newcomer, they move to Ottawa, but however, because of COVID, they cannot go to the organization in order to ask for help. So what they need to do? Calling, then nobody pick up. So the only thing they need, you know, they have to join the group. They have to join the group, and they connect a lot of people online. And you know, with this situation that we're in right now, nobody, even your family, they're not going to meet you in person.
Right.
Right. So imagine a brand new people come to the city. How hard is that? I really don't understand how they can do it, because I am a newcomer. I moved here before COVID happened. It's already so emotional. Imagine they just recently moved here. They have to lock themselves 15 days alone in a room. No help. Nobody help them. So that's why the group is coming.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Really
and I think that COVID has really hit a lot of people, but COVID has compounded other things. So you're a newcomer and you're coming from a different place, knowing different, you know, cultures and community, and then there's nobody there for you because you have to go into lockdown. It's really hard, and it does take an emotional toll. You're right. It really does take an emotional toll. Does anybody help you run the group, Mimi? Does anybody help you administer the group?
I have, you know, like I know that like this little girl cannot do a lot. Really cannot do a lot at all. So that's why like I bring I bring a few good people, and we always looking for more people that actually in the direction, like director and manager board. Right now, we have about 3 other. They not 100% newcomer, have all the Canadian. All the Canadian, they actually moved from Montreal and moved to Ottawa. And they actually, yeah, they consider themselves newcomer, even they live here for 25 years. So that's why like the beauty of bringing people together. And also like, even though I moved here 3 years ago, but however, have certain things I cannot know. And only who live here long enough, like similar like you, Sophia, like, um, you live here like way longer than me. That's why like, I always have the respect for you. And I hope that we can do something together.
Absolutely, me anytime. Absolutely. So you're saying that even people who are moving from different cities
Yes,
consider themselves a new, and they're a newcomer to Ottawa. And
exactly.
so they join the group on that premise that they're new to Ottawa, just being
Yes.
from a different city in Canada. That's
Yes.
great. That's, that is the beauty of having this community. It really is a beautiful space. I appreciate you for building this space for people. It really is. It was a perfect place to build community, and you're doing it for newcomers. It's amazing. So a couple of years ago, Mimi, you hosted a few networking events. So this is pre-COVID.
Yes.
Share with us the atmosphere in the room. What were people feeling when they came to the event? How was it?
Wow. I think like it's just joyful, Sophia. Like people just like grab it all together and talking, and I can see the joy in their eye that like, oh my God, my people is here.
Yes.
They understand what I'm talking about, because where I'm from is we don't have snow, right? We don't have snow, and we need to learn how to dress up. We need to learn how to talk to people. And as myself as a newcomer, like when I move in here, like I go to buy food every day, and I still remember like Ottawa people. Ottawa people is friendly, and they ask me, "How are you? Where are you from?" And friendly. I think that's the difference. Really different from Ottawa to all the big major city that I even just for travel, I find is a big difference compared to other city in Canada.
Yeah, the kindness, the people, the caring. Yeah, Ottawa's very, very different from other spaces in different cities. Maybe because they're bigger, we're not sure. But Ottawa has, some great people in it, residing in it. So I'm glad that that the event went really well. And those events, people found joy in them.
Sophia, thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. So when we were looking up about you, Mimi, and researching you, we saw a lot of different things. So things like your first days in Ottawa before and when you arrived in Canada, you ended up putting on the website that same shared experience, and you wanted people to find the resources that you found, right? So when you did that, what are some of the resources that are there on the website for those folks to find?
Okay, so beside, like create a friendship environment, we also actually have people to looking for school. Like, when you are a mom, when you are a dad, just recently moved here, finding a school for your children is not easy, right? So that's information we also have there. And also finding a job is a big thing. That is the second reason why I create this group, because I want people know what I can do, so they have to hire me. Right. But end up is a lot of thing going on and stuff. But I think like the main two reasons is, first of all, it's about friendship. Second is about looking for help in terms into like job opportunity.
Yes.
And then hospital, and also like school for family. And that is most of the main reason, and also the main thing that most of the member that actually looking for help.
I think it's a great resource, Mimi. You put together a lot of great pieces for when people first arrive, or even when before they come. You have a page that even before you come, what to know about Ottawa. And you put that on there for folks who are just about to travel to Ottawa, or they just arrived.
I think it's a lot of, in my group is about like 10% that people that actually not yet arrived and they already want to join the group because they know that they need to repay upfront, right? Cannot just like, oh my God, I hear, then what, right? You need to know because you carry your whole family to here. It's easy if you are a single girl or a single man, it doesn't matter, right? But most of the member in my group is a dad, is a mom. They need to taking care of their children, and they cannot just throw under the bus and hope that, winter will be better.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's true. And they're bringing their family, they're moving their families to an entire different country
Yes.
across many, many miles. So they need to be prepared. And that was another very good resource that you placed there. I looked at some of the links and they lead to some of the things, like you were saying, the schools, the hospitals, where to go, sightseeing, all those different pieces are on there where people can say, I can look at this as a resource and know kind of how to map myself out when I get there. So they're not lost in the abyss, they're not lost when they first come. So that was a good plan to put that on there, Mimi. Did you find that when you were coming, did you find resources or you had to look all over the place? Because you've put it all in one spot. Did you have to look all over?
I have to look all over. And Sophia, to be honest, like I don't want to complain, right? But the thing is, everything I do here, the city can easy to doing that too.
Yes,
Easy.
yes. I
Easy,
agree with you.
It's not hard, But I have no idea why, it's get lack of information and it's hard, of course.
Yeah, but you did the work. You made it all in one easy space to find. And again, that's a great service for folks who are just about to arrive who have arrived and they need to navigate the city. So kudos to you, Mimi, for that. Absolutely great. So let's change the conversation a little bit. You are an entrepreneur now in real estate. What led you to become a realtor?
Wow, I love this question. So before I land here, I actually lived in Singapore for 3 years. I think in 2014 is the first year that I moved out from my own country, right? 2014. So in that year that like I working like a marketing and customer service for one of the big firm about, they quite like a very good company and I love it. And however, one day I saw on TV, I think have to be say to that guy, his name is Ryan, and he quite a big in the real estate industry. And he just shared he actually newcomer to New York City. He newcomer to New York City, and then it's not easy to find a job, and then end up he become a real estate agent. And I find out like, wow, because I will plan to go to Ottawa very soon in 2017. Right? So why not to doing that in Ottawa? But when I moved to Ottawa, culture shock, right? In 2000, I don't even know how to drive, to be honest. I don't even know how to drive. I don't even know where is Bayshore.
Yes.
I don't even know where is the city hall. So how can a person do not know anything about the city and can be a realtor? I think like for me, like if I am the client, I don't feel happy. I will not feeling happy if I receive that service. Right. So that's why in 2017, I just slowly get into familiar to the culture, to the people. And then fast forward 2 years later in 2019, I make commitment, I'm studying. Because in Canada, you have to study to become a realtor. And then I am studying for about 6 months. And then COVID hit.
And then there was COVID. But what I like what you did, Mimi, which was great. I saw you at a number of networking events. You didn't stay in one space, you didn't just go on your own. You came and met people, you networked with all the businesses, you went to different networking events. When you first started to go to those networking events, what was it like for you? What was the feeling like?
Oh my God, Sophia. Like, it's scary.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Because I find that I'm really down to myself that because I do not speak English well, right? And when I do not speak English well, people will ask, what are you saying again? What are you saying again? Because for them is they just don't understand, right? But for me, by the time I hearing that sentence, I already shut my mouth off. I already nervous. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to do anything because it's just newcomer thing, right? It's hard.
Yes.
But the thing is, we have to become the new you,
The new you.
the new you.
Okay. So
Right.
you mean adapting to
Yeah.
the Canadian, adapting,
Mm,
but I can tell you, Mimi, the first time I met you, there was no way I would ever have thought you were nervous, ever. Never, I would have never thought you were nervous at all, or you were feeling fearful at all. Maybe you were so alive with passion about what's going on in the city, and you had already started the networking group, and were doing different things. You were going and meeting people and doing calls. So there was never that space within you, or that showed that you were nervous in any way. You really just took on the city. And you grabbed it. Yeah, you grabbed it full fist, my dear. I loved how you did that. You know what I mean? You just grabbed it full fist. And that's the thing about women of color, I find. We are like tough and resilient and ready to take on the world. Sometimes we need our space, we need our self-care, we need our mental health breaks, but we come back with the strength, you know what I mean? That purpose to do something. So I saw that in you, Mimi. I absolutely saw that in you. And that never showed on you. That never showed on you. Were out networking, I think, more than some other people would be, even who've had businesses here for a number of years. You were out networking and just getting to know people. So that made me feel like, wow, this girl is dynamic. She's doing big things, Absolutely, Mimi. Yeah. You really shared yourself with folks, and I think they appreciate that.
yeah.
You
Thank
really
you,
shared your
Sophia.
folks.
You always say nice thing to me. I don't know what to do now. I just shut up and listen.
No worries, no worries. Love you for sure. You are helping people and families to buy their dream homes, Mimi. So take us through or explain the process of becoming a homeowner. What are the steps? If
Yeah.
I was ready to buy a home, or a young family came to you to purchase a home, what are the beginning steps you take them through?
Yeah, I think like it's really quite of a journey for myself too. When me and my husband bought a home in here, because we both consider newcomer, and back in 2000, pretty much end of 2017, we already have the idea we need to be a homeowner. So for me, like being a homeowner is a dream, but I want to make sure it's happen. So I need to have a deadline, right? Seem like really easy, but most of the homeowner that I work this day, that like they always say, Mimi, my dream is a homeowner. But when I ask, do you put a deadline on it? They said, no, I don't know when. So I think the first thing I could like, to share with you that come from my personal experience, that I actually book a deadline on my dream. So that's why I can work backward in order to make sure that deadline have to become true, right? So, and I actually have a few newcomers that just recently moved here, about 1 year or even like 6 months, and they actually share with me, okay, Mimi, I've been through all this. I already got the letter pre-approved. So the first step, like you have to have a letter pre-approved for your finance, and then you talking a realtor, and the realtor have to be good at what they're doing, right?
So the
And
letter of approval is coming from your financial institution?
it can be come from my partner, like I partner with a lot of mortgage broker in the
Okay.
city. But however, can come from your own bank, right?
Okay.
Because most of the newcomer, they find that like they judge their bank more than mortgage broker, which is fine. But my suggestion for you, you have to pick the good lender for your situation.
Right.
And what is your situation is, you have to be honest to me, right? You cannot just telling me this and that, but end up it's a different. right? So it's really hard, and finding a realtor that you can trust, that you believe that they will deliver your dream home. Yeah, and then from there you both can able to share, okay, Mimi, I want a single house, with 2 garage, with this and that, this is my need and want. So, and then from there, the realtor can able to share a list of the house that for sale at the moment to them, and then the journey will be go from there, and then after that we put an offer, and then I think you beauty know the real estate market right now. It's coming to like really detail. I'm telling you, it's crazy right now. We do not have enough house for sale. But the thing is, I'm working with seller. They have to buy a second house or the third house too. They have to know where they move first before they sell their house, right? So it's chicken and egg. It's chicken and egg, and again, have to come back to the first point. When is your deadline? That's it.
So you ask them ahead of time, listen, what is your deadline?
Exactly.
You have to give me a deadline. Okay, so that kind of helps them to say, you know what, we have to choose. What is the deadline? Because right now, what I'm seeing, Mimi, with the housing market, and correct me if I'm wrong, people are putting bids of hundreds of thousands over the asking price. Why is that? What is that?
Okay, so as a professional realtor, I tell you a several reason why. First of all, come from that house. The list price that the seller list is under asking price to attract the most buyer to the house, right? So when you list a house that under asking price, so of course, my buyer will, oh my God, Mimi, oh my God, this is my dream home. This is my dream home, Reiki. It's under my budget. Okay, I have to put an offer. I have to put an offer. But I always tell my buyer, listen, do you remember that I actually tell you this when we first meet, that most of the house on the market is under asking price? Do you remember that? And they said, oh yeah, true. The price is not correct price, right? So that is from the listing side.
Right.
From the buyer side, due to COVID-19, nobody sell house. Nobody sell house. So with house on the market, a lot of buyer that ready to buy, they jump right in. They jump right in. Doesn't matter anyhow. Doesn't matter anyhow. Right? So that's why like it's just simple math. The demand is this much and the inventory is this much. So pretty much, if you want that house, you want to make sure that you have to go a bidding war into it, because you have to bidding war with all the buyer. And only one buyer will win. And another thing is, we bidding war in the situation that I do not know all the buyer how much they bought. I do not know. So that is just create more craziness on bidding war, that like even I put 300,000 more or even 30,000 more, I still bid, because all the real estate agent they go beyond a bidding war.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen this in Ottawa yet. All my life in Ottawa, I've never seen this much like craziness around the housing market and having to bid $100,000 over the asking price. I've never seen people having to do this. This is just a
that's why like I always tell my buyer, in terms into I always honest with them. Listen, Mr. Buyer, I know that we have to go to bidding war. If you really want this house, I suggest you go the best. And I also want to ask you, most of the buyer don't even thinking that far. What do you think after 5 years? Because your mortgage rate will be go up or down, right? If that makes sense. After 5 years, can you able to buy this house? If it go up, if the mortgage rate go up, can you able to buy this house, or you have to return the house to the bank?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Right? It's not coming yet. It's not coming yet. So, but I am as a professional. I'm represent you. I'm not represent the seller. I don't care. I don't care them. I care about you, Mr. Buyer, because I'm here for you, and I'm here for you for a long time.
Wow.
right?
You coach them through the entire thing, which a realtor should do. But I mean, the honesty of it now, because it's such like you said, a bidding war. It's gotten more and more intense. You really have to be with your buyer for
Yeah, all the time.
the
And
trying
oh my,
times. Yeah, yeah.
Sophia, my buyer crying for a day. I'm telling you that because just imagine, Sophie, you are first-time home buyer. You never ever think in your dream that when you got your dream home, you have to compete with all the 56 first-time home buyer. What do you think? Of course, it's an emotional decision for sure.
And it's a big decision. It's
Yeah.
a big asset that you're going to be keeping. Some people keep that same first home for all their life.
Yeah.
So it is a huge decision when you're ready to buy a home.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, they have you as their realtor to be able to guide them through and be able to bring them out, you know, to be able to have their first home. And I think that is such a big achievement for people. A lot of people hold that as a big achievement to have and buy their first home.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that you're there with them, helping them, you know, create their dreams. What are some of the challenges that have you faced as a realtor? Like what have you had to overcome? What obstacles have you had to overcome as a realtor?
I think that's pretty much about, you know, our conversation today is a woman.
Yeah.
My business is a male dominant business.
Business.
I'm telling you, every single people that I'm dealing with is a man.
Wow.
Well, but I respect them 100%, right? Because I know for the history, man is the person have to bring food to the table. So it's just their personality. They always have to jump on the next deal, which is I come in. It's so different. Even my buyer tell me, Mimi, I have been invest and also like buy a lot of house, but the first time I see that a woman come to the business like you and it's so calm. Yeah, I think that should be. I know it's a weakness for me. But however, that set me apart from most of all the, you know, real estate agent or all the real estate agent that in the business for a while. I am a woman. I know that I do not speak English very well. I honest with them from beginning that I am not born and raised here. But all the things that I have for you is time and respect. And I will definitely will put a stop when I know that it's not a good thing for you to do.
So
and
the industry is male dominated. And even though the industry is male dominated, there's a lot of barriers for women, like you're saying. And it's the truth. In a lot of industries, there's a lot of barriers for women, particularly women of color. That's another thing that is compounding on women and kind of sometimes holds us back. The space does not allow us to be able to grow and become leaders in our space. But you've been able to achieve to come into the realtor space and start to win awards and be talked about in the space. And you're overcoming those barriers, Mimi. How do you feel about that? Because I know I'm proud of you as like, I love to see you. You've been doing it from since time that I known you, like from since I've known you, you've been just, you know what I mean? Breaking those chains off the barriers. Yeah, breaking the chains off the barriers and letting things go. And so now you're here as a realtor. You're doing the same thing, jumping those hurdles. How do you feel in the space now?
Yeah, I Sophia, like you know that like I beginning my career, right, beginning my own business as a realtor when COVID hit. Because I remember the day that I passed my final exam. It's March 27. I remember the day. It's March 27. Jim Washington said, everyone have to stay at home. Lockdown. I say, what? What do you mean lockdown?
Oh my God.
I have to go meeting people because my career, my business is based on people. The more people know me, the more people will do business with me. What are you talking about with lockdown? Oh my God, I I shut myself down for 1 month, Sophia, like from March of 27 until end of April. I don't do anything. I'm scared. I say, what I am doing? Why I come to this country? Why I'm doing all this? Why I waste all the money to doing this? It's expensive to just study. It's cost me like a lot of money to just for studying for full time. And you know that like I looking for full-time job, Sophia, right? I come to you for a full-time job position. I remember that. But nobody want to hire me. So what I want to do, I need to figure out for myself that I cannot doing this no more longer. Okay, then I just jump right in. I know it's very tough. But fast forward, today, I think it's like kind of like the same history, 1 year later, I'm here with you. I closed 9 deals for a brand new agent that I closed 9 deals is, I'm telling you, in a COVID year.
Yes, in a COVID year. I was just going to say, in a COVID year, you've been doing just, wow, 9 deals, Mimi, in a COVID year. And a lot of the times, I'm assuming you have to meet your clients like this through Zoom.
Yes. Yeah. It's insane. And most of my clients have to do like this. Yeah.
Wow. Mimi, you're doing exceptionally well, my friend. I have to say it again and again. Have you ever had to turn down a client? Have you ever had to turn down a buyer? Turn them away?
Because if at the same time, I come back to our first point. Do you put a timeline on your dream home? Because we could not waste our time for year over year. It's an effort from you and it's effort from me, right? If you respect my time, I know maybe you do not respect your time, but I am respect your time. Right. I'm very respect your time. So, it's have to be through a lot of conversation. And but lucky that most of my buyer, I already have a very in-depth conversation from day one. I already been through all that, qualify, give them all objection. Listen, if you're in the bidding world, do you willing to go forward? If they say yes, if they say no, what is the situation, right? I already give my buyer, even my seller option, right? So that's why like we have to be honest. That's why I find that like in this business, especially this business, you have to be honest. You have to be honest because it's a lot of money. And what is the reason they just me? It's no reason they just me. I'm just a stranger. Nobody know.
Yeah, right? No. And it's a big decision, Mimi. You're right. With it, honesty is the best policy. People are making a big decision and it is a lot of money. And if you're able to help them through it, this is the reason why. And sometimes you have to let a client go for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's the best thing for you and the best thing in the long run for the client. Maybe they don't realize it right then, but I think it's the best. Yeah. It's the best choice for
for the client. For both sides, right?
For both sides, exactly. What would you say are your top 3 skills that are needed to be a successful entrepreneur? If you were telling somebody like, what are your top 3 skills that you need to be for an entrepreneur? That you need to have?
Yeah, I think the first one is about the people skill. It's very important, and most of university, most of college, nobody does that. And people skill is not just only for a business owner; it's for everyone, every industry. Because if okay, you can tell me, Mimi, I am a tech guy. I'm a tech girl. I do not need to talk to people. But you need to talk to your boss, don't you think? Your boss is not a computer.
Exactly. So true.
Right? Your boss is not a computer. And yeah, I think like the people skill is the first thing I could strongly suggest every single one in all age. Even you are PhD on community, whatever, public relation is that you still have to learn.
Yeah.
And that people skill is not because you based on the book and you have to follow the book. No, it's really depend case by case. Right? No, nobody teach me that, Mimi, you have to come to this country, you have to learn the way Sophie like teaching me. I have to learn from Sophie every time, every single time, right? And I think people skill is an ongoing skill. You have to learn.
To learn that. Give us 2 more skills that you would, as an entrepreneur that you need to have. 2 more skills.
And I think the second one is about an open mind. You have to be open mind, right, Sophia? It doesn't matter like how old you are a doctor, or what title education that you have. Every single one coming to your life, they will teach you something. Maybe a hard lesson, maybe a joyful lesson, it doesn't matter, but you have to be an open mind in order to receive that first. And when you receive already, it's up to you, to react to that situation.
Right. And to receive it. To receive it, to be receptive of it, have an open mind on people who you're meeting. So people skills, being open-minded. What is a third? What is the third
one? Is a positive mindset.
Positive mindset.
And do not give up. Do not give up. Sure. I think it's important, right, Sophia? It's so important that like do not give up. It's no matter what, go for it.
Continue to strive for your dream. Absolutely. Don't give up on what you want to be, what your purpose is. Absolutely. I agree with you. I like those 3, Mimi. I really do. I like those 3. What key activities would you recommend entrepreneurs invest their time in?
I think it's about the connection. It's not about because of my business. It's a real estate agent. I have to connect a lot of people. But at myself, before I am a real estate agent, as you know, right? If I am not a connector, I don't think I can able to sitting here with you, Sophia. Do you know that the day that I have an interview with you, I took the bus and it's so far from my house, and I don't know how to drive. And I still remember it's still around this time, I think, around this time. In 2019, around this time.
The bus, Transpo, OC, Transpo, OC, the train, Oh, the train.
And it's still snowing.
Yeah.
Right? If I say, oh my God, I need to take the bus, I need to in the snow in order to meet a lady that I don't even know that she able to give me a job or not. No. So if I always say no.
Yes.
Your life will be never yes.
Exactly. It's true. Yeah. You have to keep, like you said, an open mind, saying yes and going for things. You've won a couple of awards, Mimi, very successful entrepreneur. So how does it feel to be recognized in the space?
Well, I tell you, like when I in the business for 3 months for the realtor, for the real estate agent, I received that the top 11 real estate agent on social media, and I shocked. I in shock. I said that I just focus at what I'm doing. I'm focused, and whatever come along is a joyfulness, right? It's not a must, but it's a plus. So I always focus at what I'm doing, and if anything come along, I will let you into my life. And of course, it's amazing journey that when you do what you do and you do what you love and you receive even more love, right? And I also want to share that I really, to be honest, I don't even think that I will ever receive all this award. And because my purpose is not that, my purpose is to have people.
That's right.
And all this award is coming along to me. It's definitely is a plus, and it's amazing. And I never ever thankful enough that all the organization out there to support women, to support entrepreneur, business owner, and to support like real estate agent like me. Yeah, I love it.
Fantastic. Yeah, I know it's good, Mimi. It's good that you've been recognized in this space. You're also very successful digital marketer. You use social media to successfully build your business, your name, and your brand. Share with us some of the strategies you use to get noticed.
Okay, I think like again, because I think COVID-19 is really the alarm to wake up a lot of people, special on my industry. And I'm telling you, is the fact 45% real estate agent last year do not earn a deal. 45%. You imagine that? 45% real estate agent last year do not earn any deal because of COVID-19. Because of they do not bring their business online, because of they depending on one way of doing business at one way only. So that's why when I come into the table, I bring my, my honest point of view that social media is the way to go. And I think you should be taking to consider that be yourself on social media, because that is the only way to make sure people attract to you. You should not be another Mimi. You should not be another Sophia. No, you have to be you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think being yourself and
on social media. And you know what? It's funny, when COVID hit, nobody thought that they would have to run on social media. They thought it was going to be over early. Because you're so savvy and you have that digital marketing background, it's a benefit to you because you know how to use social media to be able to capture an audience.
Yeah.
You know that. And have you been trying to help other realtors use their social media too? Okay.
I actually have 4 real estate agents right now under me that I actually personal training and personal coaching them. And yeah, they quite of like interesting on the way that I am doing my business. And again, I have to come back to you, Sophia. It's about the way you show yourself online. It's really attract who come to you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. What is your favorite platform out of all of the different social media platforms? Which one do you love the most?
I think it's Facebook. Jill, how about you?
For me, I think Facebook too. I think it's because everybody mastered Facebook first more than anything else.
Yeah.
I love LinkedIn, but
me too.
For Facebook, since you love Facebook, what is it about Facebook that you like the most?
I think it's about I have a way to share my thoughts every day, and also like Facebook is the first social media platform that I ever use, the first beginning. And as an Asian girl, that most of Asian people in my country, they use Facebook first before anything else. So also a place for me to touch base with my family too. So yeah, that is the reason why.
Messenger. What about YouTube? Because I noticed you also have a YouTube page, Mimi. You utilize YouTube as well. Do you use it in your realtor business now, or you more?
I start to doing it because I know a few real estate agent in my company. But they in United States. They actually Vietnamese, and they suggest me, Mimi, you have to have a Vietnamese channel that you speak Vietnamese. You do not speak English to me. Speak Vietnamese to Vietnamese people in Ottawa, right? So yeah, because real estate agent is actually you have to find a connection first in order for them to judge you. So that's why the connection. I am a Vietnamese and I am a real estate agent is the big thing. But yeah, I think I should, I definitely should touch base on YouTube more and should, because like that girl, she actually in United States and she Vietnamese, and she just in the business for about like 1 year, and she just do in the YouTube channel, boom. After 6 months, closing 12 deal. I said like, what? Like 12 deal, and all Vietnamese.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you do fun videos on TikTok, Mimi. I'm not on TikTok yet. I would love to get on TikTok. Not a lot of time, but the fun videos you do, I think that attracts people to you too, right?
Yes.
And do you use TikTok in your real estate business? Do you?
Yes. I find client on TikTok. Yeah, I find a lot of client that looking to buy on TikTok. Yes.
And I'm so surprised that because I'm always thinking of somebody who's looking for like somebody who's serious and they're serious about their business. But TikTok is a lot about fun and laughter and social, right?
Yeah.
Music. And so I'm surprised that people are looking to TikTok to buy a house. But I guess they're looking for people who are like them, who are like-minded like them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like special, like the target market on TikTok is a little bit different. So even though um, a lot of older people on TikTok too, like the mayor of Toronto,
Hmm.
he on TikTok. He share all the fun information that most of people never share. So like his TikTok account is like booming. I'm
Wow.
telling you. Yeah,
Wow.
that's why like city mayor of Ottawa have to be on TikTok.
Make sure you send him a message about that, Mimi. Make sure
Yeah,
you
we,
send
we
him a message.
better we better tell him. We
That
better
is so,
tell Jim
oh
how to be
yeah,
on
for
TikTok.
sure. That is so funny. If you were to like say start again, start a whole new business all over from scratch, what would it be?
Okay, very good question. I love this. It will be I think still be a real estate agent because I love to have people, and it can be a fashion designer.
Fashion designer.
Yeah,
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can see that for you, Mimi, for sure. A fashion designer. What do
really.
you love about fashion?
Yeah, yeah. Because when I doing this business, like the first thing that my client, if they see me in person, they say, "Oh my God, Mimi, you dress up so well." I say, "Wow, thank you." Like that Sophia, I'm always such a the silly girl, and I try to be professional, right? So dress up is important. It doesn't matter that you've been in all kind of type of business. Dress up professional is definitely show the person in front of you that you respecting them, that you, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So a fashion designer, Mimi the fashion designer. You never know, it could still happen, Mimi. You could be a realtor and a fashion designer. You're multi-talented, my dear,
Oh,
multi-talented. Absolutely.
yeah,
What
so
do you do for self-care that has nothing to do with your business? What
I
is something you do for
I think
self-care?
I love to cook.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Sophia definitely will. I'm not sure you love chicken, but I cook very good chicken, and but in the
I love,
Vietnamese
yes.
way.
Yeah.
In the Vietnamese way.
Yes.
So yeah, like I find that whenever I'm very stressed, especially at work, I either cooking or I will take a bath, like just be myself,
Quiet,
be at the
tranquility.
moment
Yes.
to understand that it is this is the business that I want to be in, to make sure that it's a yes, right? Because I'm telling you, I love myself a lot.
And you need
Sometimes
to make
I'm
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even tell my husband, okay, this is my time alone. You have to respect it, right? Because at the same time, I also a wife. I'm not a single girl. I'm a wife, and I need to be have a family time together with my
Hmm.
husband, right? So yeah.
It you need the time to rejuvenate, you know, to gain your energy back, to go into the next deal, to go into another day of work. So
Mhm,
sometimes you need that self-care, you need that time away.
mhm.
Cooking, very good, Mimi, because I'm on my once COVID is over, I'm on my way over to ensure that we're gonna, cook up a
You
steak
already here
together.
one
Yes.
time. You already here at my house. I'm
Yeah.
not sure you remember.
Honestly, that will be something that'll be fun, when everybody can kind of come back together in a space and be together again. That is
Yeah.
missing. It's good to connect like this, but there's
Mhm.
nothing like being together in a room together. The
Exactly.
energy in the room is
Mhm.
just so different, and
It's
the
different.
feeling that you get, the
Mhm,
feeling that you get. Mimi, this
mhm.
was so fun. Such a great conversation with you, Miss Mimi Do. You're amazing. You are so personable. You're fantastic. You know what I mean? Your energy, your vibe. I love it, my dear. Just tell the folks before we go how they can reach you, all of your social media handles, your website, about the group. Where can they find you?
Yeah, I think first of all about the group, like if you're watching this and you thinking to join the newcomers in Ottawa, so the newcomer have to have S in the end. Facebook group. So you have to send a request because we are a private group. Not anyone can join us. So which is safe place for you to, even you want to complain, whatever, we still here for you. It doesn't matter. So that's why, like, if you are a newcomer or even you're not new to the country, but you new to the city, we here to welcome you. And for my business, you can find me online. My name is Mimi Do and the Do team, and we're here to support you. And I on Facebook, I on LinkedIn, and on Instagram. And yeah, Sophia, I'm not sure you know about Clubhouse.
I heard about Clubhouse, but I just don't know if my Android is able to adapt or it
Okay,
has,
they're not yet.
yeah, they're not yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. And you're
Yeah,
on Clubhouse?
I on Clubhouse.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. Just let me know when you're ready. I can able to send you the invitation. I have a lot of invitation too. And yeah, if you're on Clubhouse, please connect me. Just search Mimi Do social. So yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Mimi. So folks, you've heard it all here. This is Mimi Do, our wonderful guest for today. We are going to continue the Success Speaker Series. We'll be back again tomorrow at 6 p.m. We are going to have the lovely Andrea Pierce tomorrow at 6. So make sure you go to Eventbrite, to our page, Canadian Women of Color Leadership Network, and get your ticket. Make sure you RSVP for that. You know where we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. Find us anytime at any space. We are so appreciative of all of you tuning in each time for these great conversations with these great women. So thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all again next time. Have a wonderful one. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Take care.